Alexa was 7 years younger than Kevin, still bright-eyed and inexperienced when she accepted his marriage proposal. Kevin had been her first real boyfriend, the center of her world, the man she thought she would spend forever with. When he slipped a ring onto her finger during her final year of college, she was overwhelmed with joy. But not everyone shared her excitement. Her mother, with tears in her eyes, pleaded with Kevin to let Alexa finish school first. She was an honors student, on track to graduate with distinction, and her mother feared that planning a wedding would only be a distraction. Kevin, always the patient and understanding partner, agreed. There was no rush. The moment Alexa defended her thesis and completed her final exams, her mind was consumed by wedding plans. She was ecstatic at the thought of being the first among her friends to marry, throwing herself into the details of the ceremony. Their budget was modest, but it didn't matter. Alexa was glowing with excitement, pouring her heart into every aspect of their big day. In the beginning, married life felt like a dream. Alexa relished the role of the doting wife, waiting for Kevin to come home each night, experimenting with new recipes, and making their small apartment warm and inviting. Kevin's friends couldn't believe how domestic she was for someone so young. Some even joked that he'd hit the jackpot. A beautiful, energetic wife who seemed to thrive in her homemaking role. But beneath that perfect exterior, something was shifting. It started with little things. Kevin noticed that Alexa frequently brought home small gifts, cute trinkets, books, and most noticeably, an ever-growing collection of chocolate. He laughed about it at first, joking that they'd have to open a candy shop if she kept this up. Whenever he asked where all these treats were coming from, she would casually brush it off, saying they were presents from her mother or her sister. Kevin, trusting and unsuspecting, saw no reason to question her. But then Alexa began to change. She started asking to go out at night, wanting to go clubbing with friends. It was a stark contrast to the quiet homebody he had married. She took their car more often, staying out later and later. Kevin reasoned that maybe she was just making up for lost time. She had been so focused on her studies that she never had the chance to enjoy her youth. He convinced himself that this was just a phase, something she needed to experience before settling into adulthood. One evening, Alexa sidled up to him, purring in his ear. "Hey babe, I really want to hit the club tonight," she said sweetly. It was her second request that week. Kevin frowned. He had hoped they could spend the weekend together. "I don't know, Alexa. I thought we'd have a quiet night in." He pouted. "Come on, pretty please. They're expecting me." When he didn't budge, her demeanor changed in an instant. The playful kitten turned into a raging fury. She hurled insults at him, her voice dripping with venom. Kevin was stunned. This was a side of her he had never seen before. In the end, she didn't go that night, but she punished him for it in her own way. A week of cold silence. No affection. No warmth. Just icy stares and short, clipped responses. Eventually, Kevin caved, apologizing just to restore some peace in their home. "That's more like it," she said smugly. "Maybe now you'll think twice before hurting my feelings." Kevin turned away, rolling his eyes. It was becoming painfully clear that Alexa was starting to take certain liberties in their marriage. Maybe he had spoiled her too much. Then everything unraveled. One morning on his way to work, Kevin witnessed a traffic accident. He remembered that a friend had once gifted him a high-quality dash cam for his birthday. He had mounted it on the windshield and promptly forgotten about it, until now. When the police asked if his camera might have recorded the incident, Kevin eagerly went home to check the footage. As he scrolled through the videos, searching for the right timestamp, something caught his eye. A clip from a day Alexa had taken the car. At first, there was nothing unusual, Alexa getting in, getting out, moving the vehicle. But then, a man climbed into the passenger seat. Kevin's breath caught in his throat as he watched the stranger lean over and kiss Alexa. His stomach turned to ice. He kept watching, unable to tear his eyes away. The two of them laughed, talking animatedly as they drove off together. Eventually they parked. Alexa gathered her hair into a ponytail, and then, she disappeared from view. But from the man's expression, It wasn't hard to guess what was happening. Kevin's grip tightened on the mouse. Red-hot rage coursed through his veins. That conniving witch. She had no idea that the dashcam recorded the car's interior as well. If she had, who knows how much longer she would have kept him in the dark. Kevin didn't waste time confronting her. Instead, he took a different approach. From a fake social media account, he sent the incriminating footage to everyone in Alexa's contacts. Her friends, her family, even her parents. For a fleeting moment, guilt gnawed at him. Had he gone too far? But then he thought, if I have to suffer through this pain, why should she get off easy? When he got home, he found Alexa sobbing on the phone with her mother. I don't know who posted it, she wailed. I had no idea he was filming. Then she saw him standing there, his arms crossed, a smug smirk on his lips. Her eyes darkened with fury. It was you, wasn't it? She hissed. Sure was. She lunged at him, fists raised, but he caught her wrists and squeezed, just hard enough to make her whimper and pull away. What did you do? She sobbed. Kevin let out a bitter laugh. I might ask you the same question. How long has this been going on? Her lips trembled. Not long. About 6 months. 6 months. Half a year of betrayal. His stomach churned. She had been sneaking around for half a year, yet she spoke as if that were no big deal. As if she expected him to be reasonable about it. His phone buzzed. It was her mother again. Kevin answered, and before he could say a word, she began screeching about her poor Alexa, and how someone had ruined her life. He cut her off. It was me. I posted the video. Silence. Then an ear-splitting shriek. Kevin hung up. He wasn't in the mood for this. Turning to Alexa, he gave her a cold stare. You have 1 hour to pack. She gaped at him. You can't be serious. I'm dead serious. He stepped onto the balcony for a cigarette, breathing in the crisp May air. The trees were in full bloom, and for the first time in months he felt free. An hour later the front door slammed. Curious, he leaned over the railing. There she was, standing on the sidewalk, glaring up at him with swollen mascara-streaked eyes. Then, in a final act of defiance, she flipped him off before storming away. Kevin burst out laughing. In the months that followed, rumors trickled in. Some said she moved in with her lover. Others claimed she had spiraled into reckless partying. One mutual friend swore he saw her dancing with some lowlife at a club. Kevin sometimes wondered what could have been if she had never strayed. If their marriage had stayed intact. But in the end, he knew everything happened for a reason. And he had no regrets. Something better was waiting for him on the other side.